For me personally, I'm mature enough to have a divorce.
Ultimately, two people have to go their separate ways.
I hated being divorced. I hated everything about it. I hated having to surrender to the loss.
So I really think that it takes a lot of work separately, honestly.
Yeah. Jada Pinkett Smith reveals wanting to divorce Will Smith after he did this.
20 years of swag, y'all just witness. Stop the divorce rumors and mind your damn business.
Hollywood's A-list couple, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, are reportedly headed for a whopping $270 million divorce. And we are going to tell you all about it in this video. Celebrity couple Will Smith and wife Jada Pinkett Smith's marital crisis had made headlines in 2020 when August Alsina openly spoke about his affair with Jada. Several media outlets had also reported that ever since the revelation, the man and wife are facing problems to keep their marriage afloat. Now, not so long ago, Globe published an article claiming that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are heading for a $270 million divorce. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith have been married to each other for more than 2 decades now. However, their marriage was marred with controversies after American songster August Alsina admitted to having an affair with Jada last year. Following the explosive revelation, a number of tabloids reported that their relationship had hit rock bottom and mentioned that they were on the brink of a divorce. It was also previously reported that Will and Jada were on the verge of a whopping $270 million divorce. Media outlets also revealed that the Angel Has Fallen actor's relationship with Alsina was not the only reason for her troubled marriage with her husband. The report also claimed that Will was allegedly secretly dating his Focus film co-star, Margot Robbie. However, it is important to note that these rumors were initially sparked by the August Alsina and Jada affair. In 2020, when the back and forth between Jada and Alsina drew more and more attention, Jada and Will decided to meet at the table to talk about the rumors. It's a situation that I consider private. Jada kicked off the July 10, 2020 episode. This is a very personal journey that became very public. But bottom line, she explained, some 4.5 years ago, during a time that she and the 52-year-old, parents to Jaden Willow Smith, 20, and his son Trey Smith, 28, from his first marriage to Cherise Zampino, were separated, her friendship with Alsina grew into a different kind of entanglement. Or, more specifically, she explained, it was a relationship. The two also talked about how their marriage was failing, and how they tried to revive it. In a 2-part episode of her series in October 2018, Will and Jada were incredibly open about the low point of their relationship. They explained the incredibly trying period of their life together when they knew something had to change, with Jada waking up in tears for 45 days straight. Will said he was devastated more than if they had chosen to divorce, but neither wanted that. We essentially had to destroy our marriage, he said. She was like, I can't do this anymore, and to me, it was over. But divorce was never an option. I was reading in the tabloids we were getting divorced and all that stuff, but it was like, it was never even a consideration. Because I had been divorced before, I wasn't getting divorced again. There was a time when I was scared that she might want a divorce. Jada felt the same way. The solution they arrived at was a less conventional one. I was devastated, even worse than a divorce, he recalled. We broke up within our marriage and got back together again and had to rebuild with new rules and something way completely different. Will took 2 years off from films and read books on relationships and marriage, while Jada focused on becoming the best version of herself. There was so much that wasn't me that I was living, so much inauthenticity, she explained. And the only viable solution she saw was time apart. You have to go your separate ways and get out of each other's way to really see yourself, she said. I had to go away, gain my strength as Jada again. Not mommy, not wife. Improving a union, Jada said, takes a lot of beating up on each other. Because really, what you're breaking down is all the fantasies. And while their relationship had flaws, Jada agreed that they weren't at a breaking point. I had never seen a divorce lawyer. Like, it never crossed my mind, she said. However, it was not long after the breakup when Alsina, a friend of Jaden's, entered their world. It all started with him just needing some help, Jada explained on that July 2020 episode of Red Table Talk, noting the 20-something struggle with an autoimmune disorder. Me wanting to help his health, his mental state. But with her and Will at a breaking point, they decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and that is when her friendship with Alsina began to shift. I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life, and I truly and really, really deeply love and have a ton of love for her. The musician shared in the June 2020 YouTube interview with The Breakfast Club's Angela Lee that kicked off this whole episode of sharing. I devoted myself to it. I gave my full self to it. So much so to the point that I can die right now and be okay with knowing that I truly gave myself to somebody. Though Jada has a problem with Alsina describing a conversation in which Will gave his blessing to their relationship, she admits that she was just as invested. Through that particular journey, I learned so much about myself, and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing. However, after her affair with Alsina, Jada realized that her actual soulmate was Will all along. You gotta go through some shit to get the answers. And I'm just happy because I definitely believe that you and we never ever thought that we would make it back, she reflected on the July 2020 episode. I think that one of the things that I'm deeply grateful for in this whole process between you and I is that we have really gotten to that new place of unconditional love. This updated version of their union is so rock solid that Jada noted, "We don't even call ourselves married anymore. It's a life partnership in the sense that we've created a foundation together that we know is for this lifetime." Will also explained in a 2018 appearance on Tidal's Rap Radar podcast, saying, "We refer to ourselves as life partners, where you get into that space where you realize you are literally with somebody for the rest of your life. There's no deal breakers. There's nothing she could do, ever, nothing that would break our relationship. She has my support till death, and it feels so good to get to that space." And if that is not enough, Will Smith released a song titled "To the Click" in May 2018 with the lyrics, "Stop the divorce rumors and mind your damn business." And later, "The Real Life Incredibles, last name Smith, Jada, Jaden, Willow, Trey, y'all ain't fucking with my clique." It's a place that's taken plenty of digging and learning and endless communication, but it's their work-filled journey that helps make this destination feel so sweet. Here's the thing about Will and I, it's like we're family that's never going down. It's just not, ever. Jada dished to Sway Calloway during a June 2018 interview on Sway in the Morning on SiriusXM's Shade 45. "It doesn't matter, all that relationship and what people think, ideas of a husband and a partner and all that, man, whatever. At the end of the day, that's a man that can rely on me for the rest of his life, period." More than a year after the story about Jada's extramarital affair came out, Will confirmed in his September 2021 interview with GQ that he had also gone outside of his marriage. While the Ollie star wouldn't go into specifics because he wanted privacy, interviewer Wesley Lowry wrote, "Because the impetus for the Red Table Talk was Alsina's disclosures, a viewer could have walked away thinking that Jada was the only one engaging in other sexual relationships. When that was not, Smith delicately explained to me, in fact, the case." Will also touched on the idea of a non-traditional marriage, saying, "Jada never believed in conventional marriage. Jada had family members that had an unconventional relationship. So she grew up in a way that was very different than how I grew up. There were significant, endless discussions about what is relational perfection? What is the perfect way to interact as a couple? And for the large part of our relationship, monogamy was what we chose. Not thinking of monogamy as the only relational perfection. We have given each other trust and freedom, with the belief that everybody has to find their own way, and marriage for us can't be a prison." He said that he understands his and Jada's approach to marriage isn't for everybody, and added, "But the experiences the freedoms that we've given one another and the unconditional support, to me, is the highest definition of love." So, do you still think Will Smith and Jada Pinkett are getting a divorce? Let us know in the comment section below. And in case you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other video on Jada's pregnancy rumors. Thanks for watching.